Hello and welcome back to another video here on the channel. In today's video we are doing something very special. The 1.16 Nether update has released and you can now find it in your launchers. We are going to be taking a look at all the new features that you can find in this brand new update. Now, for your viewing convenience, we have split up today's video into 4 separate different parts. The timestamps for those different parts can be found on the screen, so you're able to jump between and find out about the different features and new bits and pieces that are all part of this brand new update. Anyways, we are going to have to jump straight into things because there is a lot that we need to cover. Basalt and polished basalt have been added into the game. These can firstly be found naturally spawning in the Soul Sand Valley. As we can see here, we've got these basalt pillars going from the floor all the way up to the ceiling. This has a polished and a regular version of it, and this works a little bit like a log and can be rotated in many different ways. Basalt can also be completely renewable, as when soul soil touches lava, then touches blue ice, it will then create basalt. Blackstone, which can be found naturally spawning in the basalt deltas, is the nether variant of cobblestone. As with cobblestone, this comes with many different types. There is the regular blackstone version, which comes with stairs, walls and slabs. There is the polished version, which comes with polished, stairs, walls, slabs. And there is also the brick variant, which comes with bricks, stairs, walls and slabs. Alongside this, there is also the cracked polished blackstone bricks. That's a bit of a mouthful to say. There is also the chiseled polished blackstone and the gilded blackstone, which will drop gold nuggets or gold ore depending on what you mine with. Alongside this, there is also a new pressure plate and a new button. The chain is a brand new block which can be crafted with 2 iron nuggets and 1 iron ingot, and this nicely matches up with the lantern model but can also be used with any types of blocks. Crying obsidian has been added into the game. This has the same properties of obsidian, as meaning it is blast resistant, it is immovable by pistons and cannot be broken by the ender dragon. Alongside this, it also emits these purple particles which will fall out, emitting that sort of crying shape. This block cannot be used inside portal frames. Nether gold ore has been added into the game. This can be found naturally spawning in all nether biomes, and as you can see, shows a gold ore texture. This can be mined with any type of pickaxe. As you can see, we are mining here with a wooden pickaxe and can be mined with all types of pickaxes, as we can see. This will drop between 2 to 6 golden nuggets, as we can see just here, and that will drop on every time. This can also be silk touch and then a blast and then used in a furnace or a blast furnace, and it can be applied to with fortune, and those effects will be added. 3 new block variants have been added into the game. These are the quartz bricks, chiseled nether bricks and cracked nether bricks. 4 brand new biomes have been added to the Nether update, the first being the Crimson Forest, which we are in now. In the Crimson Forest, you will find crimson nylium covering the floor. Again, it's a bit like that grass variant of netherrack in the Nether. And on the floor, we'll find things like crimson roots and crimson fungus. This crimson fungus, when bone mealed, will grow the crimson tree. And here we go. So here we go. This is the crimson tree. This is a very odd one. So you know what? Let's try and grow up another one just over here. So here we have a crimson tree, and this is made out of the nether wart blocks. It also has streamlights in and will sometimes have weeping vines. These weeping vines can be bone mealed just like the other ones and can be climbed upwards and downwards just like that. These crimson trees will come with the crimson wood, and here we have all of the different crimson wood types, the identical types as does the warped. The second new biome to be added is the warped forest, kind of an inverse of the crimson forest. In the warped forest, the ground will be covered in warped nylium, a grass kind of version of netherrack. On the ground there'll be things like nether sprouts and warped roots. There will also be twisting vines which can be climbed up and can be climbed down alongside being bone mealed. Alongside this, there will be warped fungus covering the ground which can also be bone mealed to grow the warped wart tree. Now, in the warped wart tree, you'll be able to find the warped wart block and sometimes shroomlight. This shroomlight acts as another version of a light source. This wood variant is warped stem. This can be found in many different variants, as we can see here. I'm not going to go through more, but you will see this has the same crafting tree as regular wood types. The third new biome to be added is the Soul Sand Valley. In the Soul Sand Valley, fire will all be this lovely different blue colour, whether it is either on soul soil or soul sand. There are also multiple new types of soul blocks. These will all be made out of the new block, which is soul soil. Soul soil can make soul torches, this can make soul lanterns, and also soul campfires. Soul campfires have the exact same functionality as the regular campfire. Underneath there we have a hay bale, and that one there has been extinguished. Soul soil can also be used to summon the wither, and interchangeably with soul sand to also summon the wither. And the fourth new biome to be added is the basalt delta. The hoglin will spawn naturally in groups of 3 to 4 in the Crimson Forest biome, and when killed will drop between 2 to 4 pork chops and between 0 to 2 leather. The hoglin can be bred with crimson fungus, as you will see, and this will create a baby hoglin. Hoglins are scared by many warped variants, and as you will see will run far away from all warped and soul types of blocks. When in the overworld, the hoglin will begin to shake and shiver until it will turn into the zoglin. The zoglin is a similar variant of the hoglin mob, and as you will see, it will attack anything and everything. Those two just converted in front of us just there. Now this mob here will attack everything, every single mob in the game. It will attack even including the hoglins, as we just witnessed. The piglin will naturally spawn in Crimson Forest and Nether Wastes, and has an adult variant and a baby variant. The adult can sometimes wield crossbows or golden swords. It will also spawn in sometimes randomly wearing a piece of golden armour. The piglin is hostile and aggressive to the player on sight. However, when wearing golden armour, the piglin will lose aggressiveness and then become a neutral mob. Piglins have a bartering system implemented into their UI. If thrown a gold ingot, they will go and pick up that golden ingot, look at it, and then after a short while will randomly give you some type of loot. And up on the wall here, I've displayed every type of loot. In the bracket, it displays what number of items you will get of that type of loot. Pause the video if you'd like to see specifically which type of loot. Alongside bartering with golden ingots, they will also pick up and take a look at any type of golden items. Piglins and hoglins form a natural ecosystem. When hoglins are outnumbered, piglins will attack them like we can see just here, and then will take their food and eat it. However, if it is the other way around, the hoglins are not afraid to attack back to the piglins. Similar to hoglins, when in the overworld, piglins will zombify into zombified piglins. These zombified piglins are identical to what was previously called zombie pigmen. These have the same behaviour and UI, just a new texture. The Strider is a naturally spawning passive mob and is able to walk on top of lava. With a saddle, you can right click onto a Strider and that will apply the saddle onto this mob. You can then right click once again onto that Strider and you will then be sitting on top of the mob. Following this, a brand new item, Warped Fungus on a Stick, can be crafted, and holding this acts a bit like a pig with a carrot on a stick. And as you'll see, this will follow us around, and this is our replacement for Nether boats. Alongside this, you can right click with this Warped Fungus on a Stick and that will boost the Strider, meaning it will go even faster. And on death, the Strider will drop between 0 to 5 string. When on land, the Strider will gain this purple texture and show a shivering animation. Bastion remnants can be found all around the Nether. These massive blackstone and basalt structures can be found with hoglins and piglins lingering inside them. Alongside this, there are often lots of chests full of loot and lots of other small little goodies. The Bastion remnants come with many different types of structures, and I'm going to quickly fly through this world which demonstrates them very nicely. Firstly, in this row here, we have the bridge structure. Secondly, we have the Hoglin stable. thirdly, we have the treasure room. And fourthly, we have the housing units. Now, as you would have seen from those very quick flybys, there are many different types, and these will spawn in randomly. So there are many different types of Bastion remnants you will find in your Minecraft worlds. In the Soul Sand Valley, a brand new structure can be found, and this is the Nether fossil. These Nether fossils will generate all around the Soul Sand Valleys out of bone blocks. Ruined portals can be naturally found in the overworld and the Nether, showing remnants of old portals as we can see here. They will also spawn in with some crying obsidian in their frame, and often obsidian down on the ground. Alongside this there will be a chest with looting, sometimes containing obsidian, tools, flint, iron, fire charges and some other different items. Around the ruined portal there will be different nether items such as magma blocks, netherrack, lava, and will also spawn in the overworld with the stone brick variants, and in the nether with blackstone variants. A new music disc has been added into the game and can only be found in loot chests. This music disc is by Leanna Rain, and this is Pig Step. The snout banner pattern has been added into the game, and when applied onto a banner via a loom, you'll see that this gives a snout texture onto the loom. This banner pattern can only be found in Bastion remnant loot chests. Eleven new advancements have been added into the game. The first is the bullseye advancement, and that is for hitting the bullseye of a target block from at least 30 meters away. The rest are in the Nether tab, and those were the days for entering a Bastion remnant, war pigs, loot a chest in a Bastion remnant, hidden in the depths, obtain ancient debris, country load, take me home, use a compass on a lodestone, cover me in debris, get a full suit of netherite armor, who is cutting onions, obtain crying obsidian, not quite 9 lives, charge a respawn anchor to the maximum. Oh shiny, distract piglins with gold. This boat has legs, ride a strider with a warped fungus on a stick. Ancient debris can be found in any layers of the Nether biomes. However, they are most common between level Y7 and level Y23. If we mine this ancient debris, which can only be mined by a diamond pickaxe, we can then smelt this into ancient debris scraps. Ancient debris can be smelted in either a furnace or a blast furnace, and when smelted will give you a netherite scrap. 4 netherite scraps can be then combined with 4 golden ingots, and this will give you a netherite ingot. Netherite ingots can then be crafted into a netherite block using the following recipe. The netherite block looks just like this, and it is a very nice looking texture. The smithing table, which was added in 1.14, now has a UI. As we can see here, we have the option to upgrade gear. If we, let's say, put one of our diamond pieces of equipment in here, followed by a netherite ingot, this will upgrade that piece of armor or tool or weapon into the netherite new version of it. Netherite tools, weapons and armor have increased durability and also increased mining speed where applicable. Netherite armor also has reduced knockback, as we can see these skeletons aren't knocking us back whatsoever. A lodestone can be crafted with 8 chiseled stone bricks and a netherite ingot in the middle. When holding a compass, you can then right click and you will get yourself a lodestone compass. This compass will actually work as regular compasses in the Nether do not work. A respawn anchor can be crafted with 6 crying obsidian on the top and the bottom and 3 glowstone in the middle. When placed down, you can then right click with more glowstone to charge up this respawn anchor. Once it has been charged up, you can then right click on it to reset your spawn point, and if you're in the Nether and you die, you will respawn back at that respawn anchor. But when you respawn, you will see that it will lose one of its charges, so you must keep this thing always topped up. Lava now has the ability to push and move mobs. A target block can be crafted with 1 hay bale and 4 redstone dust. A target block will emit an output based on the strength of the point that the arrow or the projectile reaches. Changes have been made to the wall block, meaning iron bars and all types of glass panes will now fully connect, meaning you have a complete flat texture. Two new commands have been added into the game. The first of these is the locate biome command. This does what it says on the tin, and let's say we choose one of these, we want to find a bamboo jungle. We can then run that command with that, and it will, similarly to the locate command, give you those coordinates, and then from there you can teleport. Another new command that has been added in is the attribute command. This means we can modify entities' different attributes. For example, doing something a little bit like this. As you can see, we have modified our health down there to only have 1 heart. A new entity distance slider has been added in. If we go to options and then we go to video settings, you will see down at the bottom we have entity distance. Now my entity distance is currently set to 50%, and you'll see we can't see any entities over there. However, if we go into that menu once again, let's increase it just up to 100%, just like that, and we will see that that ghast is now visible to us. This means we can scale the distance in which entities can be viewed from, and this goes up all the way to 500%. In the accessibility settings menu, there is a new option called chat delay, and this you can slide from no chat delay all the way up to 6 seconds. This means when there are multiple messages being sent in chat, it will slow down the release of these lines, meaning as we can see, this means it will slowly release the time that these messages are sent out, meaning it can be easier for people to read chat messages. A brand new game mode switcher has been added into the game. This means if you hold down F3 and then press F4, it will bring up this menu just here. There are a few options. You can use either the mouse wheel, or you can use the mouse like this, or toggle F4 by pressing that once, just down like this. You'll see I'm then cycling through the different adventure modes. Once you've selected which mode you'd like to be in, let's say I want to change it to spectator mode, I can then release F3 just like that, and I will change into that version. When you reopen the menu, it will already remember the version you were previously in, meaning you can easily switch back and forth between 2 separate game modes. A change has also been added to the F3 and N function. If we press that, you'll see it changes us into spectator mode, and if we press it again, instead of changing us to creative mode, it changes us to survival mode. This will remember your previous game mode and will just cycle you between the two. There have also been some changes to the menus and how they will function. If you were to press single player and you had no worlds whatsoever, it would automatically take you to the create new world screen. On the create new world screen, you will already see that there are some tweaks and changes for us to take a look at. Firstly, there is the new game rules tab. In here, you can automatically modify and change game rules before you launch your world. Alongside this, it also does some more information about what these different game rules do, so you know what you're changing when you tweak them. You'll notice I have tweaked the way we are recording Minecraft, and this is because in the new data packs menu, you are able to drag and drop different data packs into it. And as you can see, here we, for example, are loading up the UHD data pack version 2.5, which hasn't been updated for 1.16, and this means you are able to toggle them on and off before you launch your world. We also have one more menu to take a look at, and if we go into more world options just here, and you will see there is a new option for import settings. When clicking on import settings, it will open another window, and this will mean you will be able to import direct customizable worlds which are now re-implemented in the game. Alongside this, we are also able to export world settings. If we go and click on our world and then we go edit, you will see there is a brand new button, and this is export world gen settings. This will mean if we click that, that will export those settings, meaning you can share them or import them later down the line. As always, it goes without saying that I have not been able to cover every minor tweak and change in this update. Alongside this, there have been over 400 different bug fixes in this update, also which I haven't been able to cover, otherwise this video would have gone on for a very long time. And there we go, that is the end of today's 1.16 update video. The update has launched and you can now get that in your launchers to go and play in the brand new Nether biomes. If you found this video useful or you've enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe, as it really does help out the channel ever so much. Tons upon tons of hours of time and effort have gone into this video, and your support would mean the absolute world to me. But all that's left to say is thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, as it really does help out the channel quite a lot, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.